How to use a multi-band compressor. Hey, today we're going to talk on how to use a multi-band compressor. So what is a multi-band compressor? A multi-band compressor is a compressor that has the ability to compress different bands in a frequency spectrum. Now, multi-band compressor, like every other compressor, has the ability to compress several bands in a frequency spectrum. So now let's just load this multi-band compressor. Here is a multi-band compressor. This is the multi-band compressor stock from FL Studio. It has 3 bands. We have here the low band, the mid, and the high band. So now what this multi-band compressor is doing that can do is when you are on this high band, you can tell the compressor, compress this amount of dB with your settings. Now on the mid, you can tell the amount you want. Same thing applies to the low. So now with this type of compressor, you have to use your ears. Now, this compressor may seem difficult for beginners, but normally, as every compressor, it has the threshold, the ratio, the attack, release, makeup gain, and the knee. Some compressor may not have the knee. You can do the settings differently on the band and how you want it to compress. Okay, now let us get a compressor that has a visual feel. That will be easy for any beginner to understand. I've just loading this C4 compressor from Waves. Don't get intimidated with the interface. There's nothing fishy going on. It's still normal. It has 4 bands. We have the low mid, high mid frequency, and the high frequency. These 4 bands are divided using this vertical line. Like when you go down, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get this bad boy functioning. So now, like every other compressor, you still see the release, the attack. Here is the range, and here is the makeup gain. And this knob here is a threshold. Now let's get a preset or put the multi-band compressor on full set. Let's just solo this vocal and try to demonstrate our multi-band compressor. So let's listen. Okay, I've already done some processing here. As you can see, I've done EQ, I've done this type of EQ here, I did compression and the rest. So now let's have this on and try to demonstrate. So on full set, let's see how it works. Now when you look at this meter here, you will see that the compressor is compressing this mid here. Let's be watching it. So the amount of compression is compressing this mid more than what is doing here on this high and a high mid frequency. So this depends on the settings. Okay, so let's just watch it again. As you can see it. Okay. When you have a compressor like this, most of the time I don't go with presets. Okay, I don't go with preset. Why? Because sometimes the preset don't work with what I want. So now in this vocal, for example, I've already processed it. I've already done some processing, and maybe why am I adding this multi-band compressor is that maybe there are some frequencies that still jumps out that I don't like, and maybe that's why I want to use this multi-band compressor. Now on a preset, let's say they have done their preset according to what the vocal that they use in doing the preset. But in my own case, around the 500 here, maybe that is the frequency that jumps a lot in my own vocal. I want the compressor to compress just that. Since I want the compressor to compress just that, I may just open this range. Okay, let's say I'm having issue with 250. My own issue, let's say from 250 here to about 2K. So now let's have the threshold all the way up so the compressor will not be working, so we can demonstrate what I'm saying here. So if you watch the compressor now, no compression is taking place. Now let's set the band that we want to get rid of or want the compressor to attack. So what I'll do, I'll come down here like this. So since we are concentrating on this band, let's do our settings. Like the regular compressor, you got to go in and do your settings like a regular compressor. Now the only difference here is the multi-band. Okay, so first thing we want to set, we may want to set our let's set our attack. Maybe we'll get our attack to 20 or 30 milliseconds. Then our range, may leave it there. Let's get our release, set our release. We don't want it to be too fast, we don't want it to be too slow, so I can just leave it at 200. Okay, somewhere around there. Then the next thing will be pulling down our threshold to see the amount of compression we'll be getting. I'm pulling down the threshold. Now it has started compressing. So look at this meter. So we are getting some compression there. But why we are not getting compression in the other areas?
In the middle of the night, when I was on party with my friends in the night. I never thought she was worried overnight. When she called her, we always tell her, la.
So I've just done a compression there, and we're having compression just at that section. So if I see that I have another problem, maybe at the high frequency, I may go and do some settings there. Now, here in this side, maybe I want to tame those S's. I'll go now to my settings. We just get some settings done. Let's say leave at this default and put the threshold. So let's do it. Observe this graph to see the amount of compression we'll be getting. And also be using your ears so you don't do it too much.
It started in the middle of the night when I was on party with my friends in the night. I never thought she was worried overnight. When she called her, we always tell her, la. Now when she called her, we always tell her, la.
If you look here, you'll see we are doing just little compression there. So let me exaggerate it.
It started in the middle of the night when I was on party with my friends in the night.
You can see the amount of compression.
She was worried overnight.
So
when she called her, we always tell her.
Now in this multi-band compressor, if you look very well, you'll see that we are compressing this band, this mid-band frequency, and the high. So we are not doing anything here. We are not doing anything here. So that's just the essence of a multi-band compressor. You can use it to control a particular band or frequency that you want. So guys, that's how you can use a multi-band compressor. So that's a simple explanation of a multi-band compressor. There's nothing so fishy going on here. You just have to understand the concept. So if you're new to this channel, please kindly subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, also like our video so you won't get to miss out whenever we drop content. Okay, so guys, that's it. Let's just enjoy the project a little bit. See you in the next one. No, no.